It's nice to get a win. It's been a while. It's felt like it's been a while. So I'm happy for the guys in there. They feel good. Happy with the way that they chose to re-engage and fight instead of give in when we got down by 20 that first half. And we did it by finally putting together some stops, which is what we're preaching all the time. And then it was good to see. It was really good to see, us start to knock down some shots. I think that kind of carried our energy level throughout for the rest of the game. But, that's, watching this tape on the Chicago team, this team's gotten a lot better since earlier in the season. And I know that Levine didn't play today, but they pushed the pace, and they've been giving everyone fits and playing at a high level since Porter got here. So happy with the win. That's how you want to start out a long road trip. And, now we got to try to just build off of that.
You mentioned you were down 20 right at the start of that second quarter. Was it the group that did it defensively? Were there a couple guys that kind of got you guys going?
It's always the group. It's always the group. It's defense is such a five-man job in basketball. That's why, I tell some guys, even if you're not playing bad, if the group's not playing good, we got to go somewhere else because we have to find a five-man flow that's getting that job done. And that's where it kind of started to turn again in that second quarter. And then I thought LeBron did a great job of kind of, running the offense and getting guys open looks and scoring when they didn't double. But all of that only cuts in if you're getting stops on the other end.
LeBron had some vintage dunks, especially in that second half. Did you see him take it up an extra notch, or was that just more of what he's been doing?
That's what he does. He got out in transition a few times on those. But he wants to win. He's one of the all-time great winners that our league has ever seen, and I know this hasn't happened to him since early in his career. So he's frustrated with it too, and he's continuing to battle out there. And he did a really nice job of helping us get a win tonight.
That group largely that you started with that did not start the game very well, it seemed like they were pivotal in that third quarter, getting the lead back. What specifically did they do better from that first to the third quarter?
I thought getting stops energized them. I'll watch the tape and probably come up with a more specific answer. But in the way the game felt as it was going, they had some energy, some life, some cohesiveness that I think started on the defensive end.
What was your reaction to that first quarter?
It was, challenge them. Like this, what are we doing? And, they're same challenge as it was before the game. Like, let's find our energy. I understand we flew across the country, and this is really our first sweat out there. So that sweat is gone now. Let's get out there and start playing at a much higher level. And they, as a group, they came out in that second and played much better.
All this news breaking in the last week of the injuries and losing your playoff chances really. Has it been harder, in your opinion, to kind of recapture that spirit that a team needs to play with to win?
We found it so far, I think, each game. We haven't played with it as much as I would like, but tonight I thought we did. For 3 solid quarters, we played with that type of spirit, that type of competitive nature. And we talk about that no matter what it is, that's who we want to be. And we should all want to be that as men, as competitors, as basketball players. That practice, preseason, postseason, it doesn't matter. You're on a basketball court, you're playing at a certain level and a certain standard. And we found it each game. Tonight I think we had it for about 3 quarters.
You almost put LeBron back in about 3 minutes ago, and in the fourth he was already at 33 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This is an example of the type of night where he could go longer just based on field.
Yeah. He was going back in. He understood that, depending on how that 1 or 2 baskets went while he was at the scorer's table, he was going to finish that game out for us. And he wants to. But when we went on the run, then we put him back to the bench.